So yeah, I'm just gonna chuck it out there, and I know there's no direct correlation, but is there? I don't know. I've just got these thoughts running around my mind, and taking into account everything over the last few years. We've got, you know, the latest from Harry and Meghan, and the headlines being we're at a crossroads, and obviously that's referring to internet safety in children. And of course, there's no direct correlation to the fact that Harry and Meghan have done all this, and they've had a reaction, a backlash from the people of the United Kingdom, across the globe actually, the people that have got family, the people that felt for the Queen in her hour of need and how she was having to deal with all this on top. It broke our hearts to watch on, and they got paid for us to watch on, so it felt so inhumane as we watched him cash in. And obviously the aftermath to that has been an endless, on a loop, constant divide, talk shows as people argue for either side, interviews, what's right, what's wrong, you know, this prince is just trying to get along, but the large majority coming out to say, you've got financial security. This is just pure out evil to watch your granddad, and in his weakest hour, for her to watch him, and then you be piling on top of that in Netflix and Oprah, and it's been constant, a race debate, because Harry and Meghan come out and had a massive tantrum, it seems, and that's how it's felt, that they weren't getting their own way, and they wanted the royal family to pay. And Harry's almost become this leader of the anti-monarchy as the Sussex squad jumped on, and they wanted to listen to his every word, and they come with bile and hate towards the royal family. The people of this country felt the need to stand up for the family that represents them, the idea, like the backdrop of what they are, their national identity. And this is how it's been back and forth for years. So when I hear that Harry and Meghan is at a crossroads or whatever with internet safety, and I look across this country, I look across the globe, I look across the divide, this symbolism of these two people, these divisive characters that have not cared for the damage in their wake. They've just continued on anyway, and the years of debate every single day, and I see this growing, this mood, this feeling of unsteady, unstable. And the stable come obviously with the Queen and this never complain and never explain, being seen to be believed, and how these took on their own wings, you know, because we were seeing Harry and Meghan and we did believe the nasty they were willing to do in this never complain and never explain, as the large majority were struggling to make way in life, homeless, but skanky cottages in Kensington. It's just all been so messy. So when I look across my screen, when I look across social media so extreme, when I see the divide split down my country, when I know that rumbling's been going on now what seems like forever of Harry and Meghan, as they placed a glare, the spotlight on us, in how, although I understand with rational thinking that there's no direct correlation to this country bubbling over and on a brink of identity crisis, I can't help but think the King's son coming out with this massive tantrum and smashing all boundaries and not caring of the reaction, not caring for the people's plight, the people's pain, as they all screamed out to say, no, this is not okay, in how we see divide on our streets, we see fighting, people losing that national identity. And I just feel like there's a link here. Although they never stepped out, I believe, and they can't be blamed for Keir Starmer in place in the reaction to that. There was a mood. bubbling up. There was an attack where people felt they needed to defend themselves before any of this started to ramp up. The mood was set in place because a prince stepped out to debate race. And this is where I just, you can't argue that this has been the theme for what seems like forever with Harry and Meghan and their words so extreme with no proof to back up. Yeah, at a crossroads. So is everyone else in the world. But they don't fear the internet so extreme like you two. They fear the divide rolling out in front of their eyes, real time, on our streets. And I can't get that thought out of my head because it was cemented the moment they stepped out. And all this rolled out, Anyway, these are my thoughts, my opinions, my true movie review of everything placed out in front of me, my feelings, my reactions as I fear that we're losing our national identity. Yeah, that's it.